Hello, Magic players. It's corn time. We're doing the Chromatic Cube draft once again. I won the last one, and I had a lot of fun. I had kind of a blast just playing mono-red aggro, basically. It was red-black, but it was mostly mono-red. I sure hope I just spent coins. It would have asked me if I was sure if I spent gems. So, I think I drafted it once, and I think I already figured out this format, is just run a simple strategy. Because everyone else is trying to do a bunch of crazy shit. But if you play something like Red Deck Wins, that kind of does it. I mean, we'll see what I get. I may end up just trying to push red again. There was one format. I forget what format it was. Maybe it was Midnight Hunt. Where, like, anytime I was drafting Midnight Hunt is, like, I had to push red or lose. And if I pushed red, I would win. And that was it. That was the whole format. What the flip am I looking at here? What does this do? It is Oblivion Ring Angel. Vraska's Contempt is just straight up removal. So is Noxious Gearhulk, but I think I like Vraska's Contempt here. Doom Whisperer. Let's see what else is here. Whenever one or more other creatures enter the battlefield, seek a land card. So get a random land tapped. Still decent. Banishing Light is removal. What does he actually do? Discard, lose 2. I think Doom Whisperer is right. Alright, now we're in black, but not necessarily anything else. Icing Death is solid. Alrund's Epiphany is obnoxious. Is Kaido better? Is Reckoner Bankbuster better? If I do a black control deck. Bankbuster also works with any other color combination. Voracious Great Shark. Overgrown Tomb if I want to go green. Roll non-combat damage that will be dealt to you and creatures you control, or a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a unicorn. Huh. 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 Angie, if I run into a bunch more vampires, is pretty good. Sling Gang was crappy. Great Shark is pretty good. Siphon Insight seems really good in this format. Because it just lets me steal my opponent's cards, right? Of course, maybe I should have grabbed Kaido. I'm in black, but I'm not sure what other color I'm in. I don't have to be in blue. Maniform Hellkite. Our X is the amount of mana spent to cast it. Kind of like Primal Amulet, actually. Kyodai is also pretty good. What does this do? That seems really good, but it is a 6-drop. Palladium Myrrh is just mana for days. Probably. That's really strong. Kogla. The one game I lost the last draft, it was definitely because of Kogla. I also like Phyrexian Arena. I think I'm going with God Pharaoh's Gift, though. Would have really liked Phyrexian Arena. Satoru Umezawa. Play lands off the top. Roll and Denial is a counterspell. It's actually a very solid counterspell. I'm not crazy about Satoru right now. We're a weird control deck right now. Need more bombs. Need more blue and black bombs to make this actually work. Well, darn. Velomachus, if I have enough, like, draw discard. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet. We'll throw him in the sideboard for now. Surveil 2 also does let me get things. In the graveyard. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hands, blah blah blah. Put a random creature card with my base power X and X and gains ward 1. Inscription of Insight might be better. Because I could be a weird Reanimator deck, like Grixis Reanimator, but I don't know, that just sounds really risky to me. Kaido Shizuki. That definitely helps with the blue-black strategy. We're now a really weird control deck. Who knows if I'll actually run Palladium or... I mean, I guess he is just blue. He is a blue 5-drop, 5/4 that draws you maybe 1 card. At least someone else won't have Kogla. What the... What just happened? Okay. Okay. That was very confusing. Shoot! Uro is powerful enough that I would splash that color. I mean, Uro is that strong. I'm splashing green. I have Kogla. Untap a land. Becomes a 5/5. Permanent card from graveyard to your hand. Whenever land enters, draw a card. I think Uro is the most worth it here. Brain Maggot's also decent, but Uro is just so powerful. Strain deck contains only cards that may have value 3 or greater, and land cards. I'm not cutting these to have him as a companion. Alright, so now it looks like we're in, whatever you call this color combination. I've somehow forgotten. Sultai? Sultai sounds right. Crux of Fate is a board wipe. It sure is. Our land enters the battlefield under your control, gain life and draw a card. It's potentially really good. Search for Escanta. Non-creature, non-land. So I could grab God Pharaoh's Gift. Da, 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 da. Actually has a lot of targets. Azcanta is not bad. No, it's not. Hydroid Krasis is a big old creature, though. Who knows if Crux of Fate makes it around. Yeah, there's like a third of my red deck before. No, I cut Urabrask. Urabrask actually wasn't good enough. Primal Might is pretty decent. What does Davriel actually do? Accept one of his offers, then accept one of his conditions. I don't know what the flip that means, so I'll just read the other abilities. Until your next turn, whenever an opponent attacks you and or Planeswalker, they discard a card. If they can't, they sacrifice an attacking creature. That's kind of cool. I don't know what his offers and conditions are, is the problem. And I do know what Woe Strider does. So I feel like I'm better off playing a card that I know than a card that I scarcely understand and it doesn't explain it anywhere on the card. Chainer's Edict. Doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard. Copy that spell. Jellyfish Hydra Beast. Dinosaur Hippo. Nightmare Demon. Elder Giant. Horror. So far, nothing shares creature types. So, like, he essentially says whenever you cast Copy. Yeah, I mean, copying Uro would be frickin' beast. But Chainer's Edict is just removal. Beast Whisper is also decent, but he's a bit too mana intensive for what I'm doing. What does this do? At the beginning of each combat, if it is untapped, any opponent may sacrifice a non-token creature, tap it, seek a land, or a land enters the battlefield under your control. It perpetually gains 2-tap, sacrifice this land, draw a card. It is also just a 4-drop 6/6 menace. If you exert it, put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. I don't have enough good targets for that. Oh yeah, I like that. But I do think Gitrog is better. That's really good. Oh, wait a minute. There's Golos. Maybe should have got Golos. I didn't notice him until it was too late. I don't know. I think the land is better. Seeka's Chariot only makes 1 cat? But the crew is 2 instead of 4. Huh. Weird ol' slightly weaker Seeka's Chariot. Still freaking good card, though. Gary, Karn. I mean, Gary is not good enough. Oh, this is the silver counter one, not the sideboard one. That's actually pretty good. He just gives card advantage every turn. What other counter things do I have? I can proliferate the Bankbuster counters. I mean, with Kaito, Hydroid, and Karn. It is also just a kind of bad divination. Honestly, might be worth it. Circuit Mender might be better, though. It is also somewhat mana acceleration. This is a really weird deck. This has ended up going a very different direction than I expected. Spark Double is a copy of anything? Anything of mine, yeah. Which is not bad. I mean, I guess I grabbed Takanuma. A double green seems not so good. Golos came around. Well, that's weird. Who let the dogs out? That is a flavor fail that they did not put who let them out as like the flavor text. Because that would be ideal. That would be peak flavor text, man. Honestly. What is this? Basic land card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. It's fixing. Spell Swindle, counter target spell, create treasure tokens, where X is that card's mana value. Hornet Queen is pretty cool. What is this? 2 less to cast if there are no instant sorceries in your hand. What? There's the battlefield. Return an instant sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. If it would die, shuffle into its owner's library instead. Bro, what? I'm like trying to even understand this card. It would let me get back any instant or sorcery? I mean, that seems pretty good to me. Honestly. Bro, I'm so confused. You may cast it without paying if you don't put it into your hand. That is card advantage. That is 100% card advantage. Watery Grave is good, though. Probably not running Howlpack Piper. Probably not running Kiora, if I'm being honest. Maybe. Gilded Lotus, huh? I like Celestis better. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Weird Eternal Witness is pretty good, but no thanks. Immortal Sun. That hurts myself, though. Conjure a target spell into your hand. That card perpetually gains you may spend mana, though. Right? So it lets you copy any spell. I cast that card as long as it remains exiled. Your opponent returns an online, then discard a card. I mean, whatever. We'll just get the mana. Risen Reef is good. Do I have anything else that... Sacrifice a land, search for 2 basic lands. Honestly... Non-creature. Non-creature makes it not so great. That's removal. That's mana fixing. Price of Fame is just a plain kill spell. Sheesh, I'm gonna have to be thinking a lot, aren't I? Agonizing Remorse seems really, really good, actually. It's just a 4-drop 2/2 that kills something. Beanstalk Giant is ramp. Bond 2. Copy of any creature on the subject was involved. The token has no mana cost, it's white, and it's a zombie. Bosage is decent. Stitched Assistant is decent. I'm low on creatures, but that's okay, I think. Hedron Archive. Let's get the mana. Not running any of these. None of these are in my colors. Sheesh. Surveil 2 draw. I think that's actually better. Put that in the 2-drop slot. Bruh. I don't have any other... Too late. I don't have any other elementals. Shoot, what the heck? Agonizing Remorse. It's the more control-y spell. Stop. I'm imitating one of my former coworkers when I say stop like that. I'm not just being ridiculous with no logic to it. Alright, got all my non-basics. If I do that, those have to get cut. So forget that. Can I get rid of that? No. That really annoys me. Put Hydroid Krasis. Hydroid Krasis is not a companion. Where'd it go? No cards with current filters. I have no filters. Give me back my Hydroid Krasis. What even was that? Okay. Let's me get back an instant or sorcery, which is solid. I'm not actually crazy about God Pharaoh's Gift. Or Palladium, or... Agonizing Remorse lets me take something away from them. I'm not sure I'm crazy about Rashmi, actually. Like, yes, it's kind of value every time you play a spell. This is good. This is just good as, like, card draw. Palladiumer can get cuts. I like Spark Double, actually. I like Beanstalk Giant, oddly enough. Am I thinking I want 18 lands? Limited rebalanced. That's the format. Okay. When it says rebalanced, it means the alchematized and messed up cards. That's what they mean by that. Do I have anything that I really want to run out of the sideboard? No. No, I do not. What's my color split? Slightly more blue and black than green. I just throw in 2 more lands and try to run it like that. Is that crazy? Because then I'm kind of flooded. But with this amount of card advantage, like 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have a lot of cards that, like, draw me into things, so... Let's run it like that. Let's run it like that, I think. Am I not thinking enough about it? Should I have some silly sleeves? There's no Sultai color thing, is there? Oh, I actually have that sleeve. I think that's a pretty cool sleeve. Nah, we don't need no sleeves. Do I have a Karn avatar? Yeah. Let's have the Karn avatar. Wait, I have more pets now since I bought a Mastery Pass. Oh, they're the ugly ones. Never mind. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, there we go. So 45 cards, 18 lands. But with this amount of card draw, I'm not too unhappy with it. Ow. Probably play 1 or 2 games, and then I gotta go grocery shopping. Good old real life stuff. I do have Discovery, which will let me dig for a land. Start with this. The off chance I draw like an island or something. Hey! Well, would you look at that? Let's do this. Prefer to draw Kaido. So now I have all my colors. And we can start generating some card advantage. He actually is running Macro Sage as a companion. Oh no, that means he only has 3 drops. That's kind of nuts. Let's get my free card draw. Kind of want to just Chainer's Edict. Just do it the simplest I can. I'll play other things next turn. If I keep building on the card advantage from Kaido, I should be able to just drown the opponent in cards. Rash me. Sure. That'll be a swamp. Play Golos, because then I can Cyber Siphoner and Chainer's Edict next turn. Yes, please. Give me one of my dual lands. Temple. Dude, Spark Double is actually pretty okay here. He gets that in his hand, which is decent. Like I said, the strategy really is to just drown them in card advantage. So we're going to play this, get back Chainer's Edict, replay Chainer's Edict. And that'll get rid of one of those. Yeah. Pick one. Okay, so he keeps Ashaya. Reasonable. Our forests. Or more creatures you control fight or become blocked, draw a card. You may pay 3, double target creature's power, and it must be blocked. Okay. Let me read this. Turn 2 target creatures. So I think I block with Golos. And then bounce both of those. Copy Siphoner. with Spark Double. Get back Inscription and use Inscription to bounce both of those. Oh, I forgot about that. It's kind of rough. God Pharaoh's Gift, huh? God Pharaoh's Gift is a free 4/4, kind of. Let's just go with the strategy I had, which was to Spark Double this and bounce both of those. Alright, the strategy of drown the opponent in card advantage is actually kind of working. The problem is it's going real slow. So if he plays like 1 or 2 big scary bombs, like that, doesn't have haste, does it? It's not so... It does have haste. Trample haste. So if I block here, then I get to keep Kaido. Sure. God Pharaoh's Gift. Get back. Where's Spark Double? Spark Double not in my graveyard? Four. Where did he go? Where did Spark Double go? I'm so confused. Does Spark Double have something that, like, puts it in the graveyard? Or did this glitch out? What just happened? He doesn't interact with graveyards. Man, that kind of sucks. Alright, because if I could see him... Yeah, let's do that. Agonizing Remorse. What do I take? Meteor Golem's decent. Toski is kind of annoying. I think Hornet Queen is the most annoying looking thing. That's good removal. He's still not in graveyard. What the heck happened to Spark Double? I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to read it after this game. I gotta try to remember to read Spark Double and see if there's some reason that it just phased out of existence after it died. Why'd he tap so... Oh, that's why he tapped so specifically. Yeah. Let's Vraska's Contempt that immediately. Exile it, gain 2. Karuga draws me 2 cards. Karuga does draw me 2 cards. That or I can Celestus and Siphon Insight. Or just play Karn. Karuga draws cards. Let's just play Karuga and draw a couple cards. Drawing 2 is good enough. I have already run out a lot of my removal, though. And now that he has Great Henge online... Non-token creature. Honestly okay with the Siphoner dying. Because if the Siphoner dies, and then I get back I get it back with Godpharaoh's Gift. This deck is way too complicated, man. I really wish Spark Double had appeared in my graveyard. I would have played a lot differently. Yeah, Cavalier of Gales is really good. And if I play Godpharaoh's Gift and Spark Double appears in my graveyard when I do, that'd be pretty insane. Oh shit, it makes it so it's not revealed anymore. Flip, I really should have paid more attention. I know he still has... No, I got rid of Hornet Queen. Everything has Summoning Sickness. Price of Fame, cool. Dies, shuffle it, scry 2. Yeah, I mean, I think I just Price of Fame that. Just do it, just auto pay, whatever. Godpharaoh's Gift for Golos. Yeah, he's gonna crew up. That's fine. Graveyard that. Keep Bontu on top. Sure. Scry 2, shuffle it into its owner's library. I guess I could have milled the Bontu. Dies or is put into exile from the battlefield. Don't really want to exile him to Godpharaoh's Gift then. I mean... Godpharaoh's Gift is the choice, I think. Don't... Okay. Obviously. Let's go get a swamp, I guess. Swing out. We don't want a drawn-out game anymore. It could block Siphoner. Yeah. Yeah, we'll draw more. Meteor Golem is for real. Kills Godpharaoh's Gift, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Puts that in hand, sure. Play Rashmi and then Siphon Insight. First spell each turn, okay. That was a misplay. Alright, let's start with this, because I don't mind losing the Macro Sage. Hydroid for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hydroid's not bad. You want to give me Whirlwind Denial or Asika's Chariot? I get the Asika's Chariot, okay. Think I just play it? Or do I play Celestis and try to siphon something good of his? We'll just play the Chariot. The Immortal Sun. Shutting down my Planeswalkers is pretty good, but I don't know if that's really enough. Like, he has to have more than that to survive. Spells you cast cost 1 less. So he can still play Macro Sage, for example. Yep, Macro Sage. Seems about right. Yep. Seems about right. Love more removal. I would really love more removal. Bankbuster is not what I hoped for. Yeah. I think I start with Siphon Insight and try to hit a removal spell. Because that is kind of how I win. I guess the island, whatever. Alright, let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's lethal if I get any removal spell, so... That'll be Vraska's Contempt. Is that Exactsies? Yep, GG, Stoop. That was a weird game. If Cyber Siphoner would die, shuffle it into its owner's library instead. That's what I missed. So when the clone was a Cyber Siphoner, when it died, it shuffled in instead. I didn't read that part of the card. Okay, now I understand why Spark Double wasn't in my graveyard. I also understand why that card has that text. Okay, I'm back. What was I talking about? That Cyber card. Cyber Siphoner? Yeah, I get why this has, if it would die, shuffle it in instead, is so that you can't just, like, constantly loop it. That's a cool card. The thing is, this spell's cost 2 less to cast if there are no instant or sorcery cards in your hand. That's the only reason this is an alchemy card, right? Is that line. So if you remove that line, a flash 4-mana 2/2 that gets back an instant or sorcery is already good enough. Like, there's no real reason to have the line there that makes it an alchemy card. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these alchemy cards are just like, oh, let's make a crazy design on a card that does some stupid thing just because. It's like, if they, I don't know, they could do an online-only thing similar to Alchemy, but make the cards so that they work without needing to be online, if that makes sense. I mean, at that point, why do it, I guess, is the idea. I don't know. I don't like Alchemy. I do like the card Cyber Siphoner, but if you just removed the one line that makes it have to be an Alchemy card, it'd still be a good card. And you could just, like, run it in an actual set. Be great if they just got rid of Alchemy. This is a weird draft format, though. I will say that much. My last deck was just mono red aggro, and this one's like weird blue-black control. Excuse me, Sultai control. Sultai doesn't have a new name yet, right? It has an old name, a real old name, but I forget. Back when they had the Volvers. I didn't even play Magic back then. I just know of the cards. There were tricolors way back in the day, where it'd be like a green 2-drop that makes your blue and black spells cost less. Okay. I think I can keep it. If I draw a swamp, it's pretty good. Is that rounded up or down? Round down. Sure. So we'd like to run Rashmi. We would like to run out Rashmi before anything else. I'd like to draw Swamp now. Kaido is insane. It's not a Swamp. I am not exactly happy with the way things are going. It's almost like the inverse of how my last game went. Ooh, get Rog. This bro is playing the same deck as me. Alright, Rashmi? You control. Seek a land card and put it on the battlefield tap. Let's play Rashmi. Decline. Yeah, I mean, he just got too much value too quick. I'm not sure there's really much of a way to recover at this point. What'd it do? Target creature blocks this turn if able. Ugh. I mean, it can't block either of those, so it's kind of funny. Okay, Chainer's Edict here is not very good. Krasis for 3 is not very good either. I guess Chainer's Edict. I'll get God Pharaoh's Gift in hand. Yep. It's pretty good. Non-token. Rough. The fact that it's also non-token. Like, I guess I just take 7. Okay, we are in a very rough spot. Extra turn? Okay. We're done. We're done. I can't survive another turn after that. I can't even really be mad about that, because that's literally, like, what he played is literally cards I could have played, except for the extra turn one. Like, I could have a turn 3 Kaido and a turn 4 get Rog. It's an option. I have both those cards in my deck. Honest John. Reminds me of the song Johnny Boy by 21 Pilots. Get up, Johnny Boy, because we all need you now. Am I even allowed to sing that? Is that gonna get my video banned because people are stupid? Swamp. Probably saving this to play as Dispersal is pretty good. Like, if I play it as Discovery, I don't even know what I want to draw, is the problem. Oh, is there Thoughtseize in this format? Eater of Virtue. Okay. That I can deal with. I think I'm going to try saving that. Well, now that is a reason. Love to resolve Gitrog next turn. So probably pitch the goat to scry, because I really want to land. Alright, well, I was going to get the land either way, so that was a waste. Let's play Gitrog. Alright. There we go. You got removal? He's reading it like, a sacrifice. Sacrifice a non-token creature is absurd. They made Gitrog extra crazy. The Alchemy Gitrog. Sling-Gang Lieutenant. Sure. Sure. I think I just swing out, though. Oh, please do this. Please do it on your turn. That'd be funny as fuck. Yeah, it's decline is the choice there. Okay. Dispersal's not great here. Because what? It would get rid of the Sling-Gang Lieutenant. It's also an instant, so... Feel like sacrificing your Sling-Gang Lieutenant? I thought not. Attack. Crisis for 3. Is this an instant? That's a sorcery. If he does play a 5-drop, I can Dispersal it. Or I can Hydroid for 3. And just having a 3/3 flyer sounds pretty good. Draw 1, gain 1. It's not the worst. He's in a pretty dangerous situation here in terms of life total. Yeah, Sling-Gang Lieutenant is one of those cards that like looks like it could be good. Freshly promoted to first rock, as Az was eager to make an impact. That's funny. And they use the same goblin from Siege Gang Commander. And the flavor of goblins in Magic, I know that's a weird way to say it, but, like, goblins are just funny. I like goblins. I like Magic the Gathering's goblins. I like what Wizards of the Coast did with goblins. they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. They just swarm around, you know? Ooh, right, here we go again. Egg Palpitator. That's a weird name. I don't like it. I'll keep this. Discovery can get me the next land. And then I have a Seeka's Chariot and Karn. Now I don't even need to play that for land. I can hold it up as Dispersal if I want. If it's a legendary creature, I can just kill it. Ooh, Brain Maggot's pretty darn good, actually. Yeah, Seeka's Chariot. Sounds about right. I think I'd rather save that as Dispersal. Captain Lannery Storm. Kill it before it attacks. I'm okay with Celestis. I'm okay with drawing Celestis. Sedgemoor Wedge. Dispersal would be decent. Because it would bounce that and force him to discard. I could also just Karn to make a 2/2. Seems pretty good. Karn to make a 2/2 is pretty okay. Bolts it. It's pretty good. I don't have any board wipes. And Brain Maggot at me. Yup. I guess I could have plussed Karn and he would have been... Then he would have just bolted Karn. Either way. Priest of Fell Rites. Can bring back Lannery Storm. I don't like that. Macrosage draws me one card. Spark Double on him will draw 2 cards. Does he get back Lannery Storm? Yes, he does. Which means he needs that treasure for something. Yeah, I'd swing out too. Did I block Brain Maggot? If I even get the Seeka's Chariot, like, do I care? I think I do care about Lannery Storm. Iganjo. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Brutal. Yes, please. Forget that land. I don't need more land. Golos. Yeah, it's that black-red aggro. Black-red-white aggro. Hard to deal with. Temple. Do I not have a temple? I thought I had Temple of Malice. Or Temple of... yeah, the blue-black temple. Oh well. What do I have? 2 black, 2 blue, 2 green. I guess I'll grab the blue because I have more blue in hand. This is better as Discovery. I need something useful. Kaido doesn't exactly qualify as useful here. I'm trying to look at my graveyard, not my library. Yeah, that would get back Karuga. Don't really want Kaido, oddly enough. Feels kind of crappy to even do that. Resto Angel. What? Didn't even know Resto was in this format. Resto the Brain Maggot. Ouch. I mean, like, I want to siphon Insight and hit his board wipe. That is the, that's the ideal here, is I siphon Insight and get his board wipe. Which I did not get the option. Goodbye, Swamp. At least I'm managing to use Celestis for a few things. Alright, he's about out of cards, but his board presence is definitely insane, so... I can't afford to play Asika's Chariot and Spark Double, but it's just not that good. Is Kiki Jiki in this format? Because that'd be busted. Busted wide open. Not Swinging with Brain Maggot. Swinging with Brain Maggot, okay. I'm blocking Lannery Storm. Pretty sure. Don't really feel like taking extra damage. Unearth. I mean, he would have done that with whatever I killed, so I think I made the right choice. Yeah. Yes, please. Doom Whisperer is decent. Spark Double not as good as Chariot here. Discard Chariot. Discard that. So do I play Spark Double and get Rog? That might be right. It's not ideal. Would love to draw land instead of get Rog. That still should have been a swamp. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I do have blockers now, which is good. God Pharaoh's Gift. Sheesh. God Pharaoh's Gift is better than Doom Whisperer. Shock. Velomachus Lorehold. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's lethal. Yeah, that's lethal. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. That was absurd. Let's take a look at the deck again, see what I can cut. I'll probably finish this draft up. Unless I start winning. Let's cut that. Spark Double's not crazy. Sure, that's fine. Not gonna think too hard. Not gonna think too hard, although maybe I should be putting a lot more thought into it. Oh. Leviathan. Yep, I'll keep this. I have my colors. I have good cards. I can have a useless proliferate. Explorer is good. Bankbuster's pretty decent. Dire Strain Rampage for the ramp. Yep. It's a green-red ramp deck. I think I just used Bankbuster. Sure. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Play any number of gigantic creatures. He can also use it as just a fight spell. You can use Channeler to discard and dig to. The bro has options. Exile top 3. Choose one until end of turn. You may play it. Does he take away my Hydroid Crisis? Or one of the lands? Probably Hydroid Crisis. Yeah. Price of Fame may be right. He doesn't have an ult. All he does is add mana. Well, he gives a buff, he adds mana. He does a lot of things, sure. I guess he can make a 3/3. Didn't see that one coming. Captain Lannery Storm. Everyone's running Captain Lannery Storm. What the heck? Okay, he got the land. Oops. Did he already play a land this turn? Sure. Odd choice. So he's not playing the Hydroid Crisis. He's just getting more lands. Domri dies to get Rog. Probably. I like both of those. I like both of those in that order, actually. Play the Temple. It's fine. Kill Domri. I mean, if he does put all his mana into Hydroid Crisis, which seems like the right play, then Dispersal is really good. Because it returns the Hydroid Crisis to my hand. Yeah. Get back my Hydroid Krasis and make you discard. Macro Sage draws. Saiba can get back any removal spell. Nissa. Krinko. Equal to Krinko's power. It's pretty cool. Guess I'll take that. Don't want him to ult that. But the only way he can make it so he can ult that is by sacrificing Krinko. So just playing Krasis for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 does the trick. Or playing Golos. I don't know if I can respond to him sacrificing to get Rog, so... Oh, he can still sacrifice the Mountain to get Rog and block with Reckoner Bankbuster to ult Nissa. That was incorrect, I think. Although that does let him keep Nissa. Nissa is far out of range of ulting now. Which was kind of my goal. Terror of the Peaks. Ouchie. That's something to kill. He'll hit me for 5. Sure. I think. I don't have the mana for Siphoner and Dispersal. I do have the mana for Vraska's Contempt here. Yeah. So let's just Vraska's Contempt that. I will pay 3 life. That's fine. That has Flash, so I think I just wait. Feel like sacrificing a Mountain for no reason? No? You don't feel like pointlessly sacrificing a Mountain? Come on, man. Something big and scary with haste could sure mess me up here. Alright. All he has is 8 mana. GG! Alright, cool, cool, cool. Actually won a game. Amazing. Always surprised when that happens. That's not true. That's not true. Sometimes I kind of see it coming. Spent my whole morning just doing this Chromatic cube draft. Whatever, it's my day off. I don't have to actually do anything today. Is this what it's like to be like one of the Magic players who just makes money off playing Magic? You just play Magic all day? Maybe should have thought about keeping this or not. Technically only 2 playable cards. If he's got nothing, then I start holding up Whirlwind Denial. Ooh, Agonizing Remorse. I think taking the Siphoner is correct. He's just so much value. Maybe Bontu's scary. Maybe me having a counterspell is scary. Yeah, Siphoner's the right choice for sure. Like, Siphoner is 100% the correct choice here. Okay. Whatever. Play a bad Divination. History of Benalia is pretty solid. Yeah, let's siphon Insight. Take away the Resto Angel. I'll keep a Seeker's Chariot. It's a solid card. I am unfortunately stuck at, like, play one card a turn right now. But, depending on what he's got, I can just bounce both of those. Play Siphoner to get back something. Play Resto to blink Siphoner. Sure. If I bounce both of the Knights, that's kind of better. In terms of preventing his being aggro. Resto Angel can pretty effectively deal with. Ooh, I didn't even think about Siphoner being able to come down for 2 mana. Red, okay. Chandrix Silverquill, sure. I don't have an actual just kill spell. Let me choose 2. Each mode must target a different player. +1 counter on each creature they control. So I get an Inkling, he gets 2+1s. Oh, I get +1 count. Great, I get nothing. Brutal. Alright, let's play Siphoner. Get back Inscription. That is obnoxious. So he's gonna make me draw 1, lose 1, and give his creatures +1s. Yep. That was definitely correct. Dispersal doesn't exactly help. Hydroid 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is decent. But let's think. If I Resto... Resto lets me chump block. Resto does let me chump block. And then I can Siphon Insight as well. Sucks, but I think that's correct. Everything I have that's actually good is instant speed. Ow, the Dawn Sky. Could instant speed Dispersal, and then I'm dead. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Blood Artist is pretty nuts. I already know who he's picking for each of these. I'll Resto anyways. Yep. Resto, get back Inscription. Yeah, I'm still dead. Brutal. Chandrix Silverquill is really, really strong. I don't think I ever really understood how good a card that is. But I also don't think I've ever played with it or against it until, like, that game. Alright, well, you win some, you lose some, right? Hey, dual land is kind of nice. Alright, if you enjoy this sort of content, like, subscribe. Peace out, y'all.